So welcome guys to today's roll and stretch class. A good way to finish the week off for the long weekend. So hopefully you're all organised. If you're watching this recording, hopefully you've got your roller and spiky ball. That's pretty much all you're going to need today. The other option that you can have, and I might give you some modifications for it, is a stretch band or a theraband, but I'll give you some alternatives where you don't need it. So let's get started. So we're going to start off with the roller. We're going to start low on our calves. We're going to work our way up, our hips, ITBs, go into our back. We're going to do our rolling for about 20-25 minutes, and then we'll finish off with some stretching, mainly concentrating on that hip and glute area with a little bit of spinal rotation. So let's get started. So reminder, if you are watching it live, okay, you'll be on mute. But if you need any help, just unmute yourself. Yell out, I'll give you some modifications, answer your question. Okay, so let's start off. So again, probably heard me say it, but what we're trying to do here, guys, is stay nice and relaxed as possible. What I'm giving you is only a suggestion. If you don't feel it or you feel it a lot, you can move on to the next one, or you can stay where you are for longer. Everyone is a little bit different. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you can just pop one leg on top of the other. If you have a spiky ball, you can isolate a little bit more and use your spiky ball on your calves. Just keep aware of your breathing. Try not and hold your breath. That'll mean you're tensing up and it won't release. Another 10 more seconds here. We're going to work our way up. Nice work. A little bit different today. We're going to come right up and go into our glute or a piriformis straight away, which is going to help us release off that ITB. So you're going to sit on your foam roller. Okay. If you're using the spiky ball, it's pretty much the same thing, but I will go through it. Pop one foot up on the opposite knee. Doesn't matter which side, because you're going to do both. Roll over. Okay. Trying to keep this foot in nice and close. Bring the arm in as it releases, rolling around. Good. Just trying to find the area, find a bit of tension, just give it a bit of time, little rolls. It'll be the same thing if you've got the spiky ball. A little bit more intense, a little bit more isolated. Generally, if you're using the spiky ball, you won't roll as much. It's more about the pressure point. It's good, guys. Okay, if it still feels a bit quite tender, you could stay there. If you want to, you could take it over and go a little bit more down the lateral side of the hip or the outside of the hip. You can stay there if you want. We're going to take it down to a little bit further around to the side. You don't have to go there yet, but the next one we're going to do is down the side of the legs, working down the ITB. So remember, keep nice and relaxed. So down the side of the leg, we want to make sure we're doing the whole area. So all the way from that hip pointer, you want to work down to just above the knee joint. You may rotate the hips forward and back to find the different parts. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can stack your leg, and instead of having this foot in front, taking a bit of the pressure off. Just important to keep that leg on the bottom nice and relaxed. You can stay there. The next one we're going to go to, we're going to go over to the front of the quad. Okay, so we're just going to roll over. You might want to do high up on the hip. If you are using a spiky board, this is a good one where you just try and get into that high hip flexor and just sit and just let it release. You can progress this one by just bending that leg. So bringing the heel to your bum. Just lengthen that muscle. Nice work. Now you've got a minute of your own time to choose or to work on something on that side that we've done. You can choose whatever you want to do for 1 minute. Don't worry about the other side, just on the side we've done. Nice work. 30 more seconds. Great work, guys. Okay, we're going to change sides. Starting with our glutes piriformis. You can use your roller. You can use your spiky ball. Sitting on the roller. Now the opposite foot up on the opposite knee now. Rolling around. So the only real thing we want to try and avoid is just collapsing too much in that hip on the leg that we're down. You can do the same sequence this side. So if you want to jump ahead or if you fall behind, don't stress. You go to where you're getting most benefit. So from here, we're just going to take to the outside of that hip. So you can stay in that position or you can come laying down. Keep breathing. The next one is further down, going down to your ITB. Nice work. Next one's going to be just rolling over into the front of the leg, quad, hip flexors. Remember, you can keep that leg straight. You can stack them if you want. You can also bend that leg. If you find it's more tender in a certain area, just spend more time there. Nice work. Okay, you've got a minute as well this side. Choose something for a minute. Thirty more seconds. Nice work. Okay. Coming up, we're going into our back. So just laying the roller across your mat, sitting down to support your head if you want to. We're going to do both elbows in and also out. Okay, rolling up and down. We're also going to roll over onto one side. You can play around with it. You may take the arm up. You may take it across your body. Again, playing around with where you feel most benefit. You may come right over under the armpit. Good. Making sure you do both sides. You may want to do some back bends so you find an area that's a bit stiff, it's locked up. If that's the case, pop your hips on the ground, support your head, bend back over the roller, come back up. Same thing can be done with a spiky ball. If you're using a spiky board, just stay either side of your spine. Don't want to be putting pressure directly on it. So I might introduce you or show you another option. to get some more. I was going to introduce you to a back ball. I'll get some for next time and I'll show you. Ten more seconds, guys. Nice. Okay. Throw that to the side. While we're on our back, we're just going to do a couple of rotations. Okay. So one leg out straight, opposite hand. So if our right leg's out straight, left leg bent up, right arm outside left knee, pull it to the side, look over our left arm, our left shoulder. Breathe. Trying to keep the shoulder on the ground and also getting that left knee towards the ground, to the ground if you can. Relax the body though. Give it time to release. Ten more seconds. Nice work. Come back, change sides. Left leg out straight. Bend the right up. Right arm up. Left hand outside right knee. Pull it to the left. Look to the right. Two more breaths. And release. Nice work. Scorpion, rolling over onto our tummy. Okay, so you can have your arms above your head, or if you want to add the chest stretching, you can take it to 90 degrees. We're going to bring one leg up, so we're going to take our left leg up, try and bring it over to our right side, as far as you can, as high as you can. Sit there, about 30 seconds here. As it releases, try and get that a little bit further. Should release every breath. Nice work. Back to the middle. Change sides. Right leg up. Bring it over to the left. Looking to the right. Up. Rotation through the spine. Stretching the left chest. Onto our tummy. Good. You can do some back extensions. If you need to, you can come onto your forearms, toes pointed, push into the mat, come as high as your back will allow. 2 big, long breaths there, then come back down. If you can, slide your hands back a little bit further and come a little bit higher. 2 breaths. Come back down. Good. 2 more of these. One more. Nice work. Coming up. You're going to come into a seated position. Last rotation. We're going to have one leg out straight, so left leg out straight. Bring our right foot outside of our left knee. We're then going to take our left hand and get our left elbow to the outside of our right knee. And we're going to use that to pull and rotate to the right, trying to look over the right side. Try and look over the right shoulder. Breathe. As you breathe out, you might get that a little bit further. Might feel a bit of a stretch in that glute muscle. We're going to work on our hips next. 2 more breaths here. 1. And release. Nice work. Change legs. Bend it up first. Bring left foot outside right knee. Right elbow into the outside of left knee. Push into it. Rotate. Twist as far as you can. Bring over that left shoulder. Use the hand behind you and your elbow to try and create that rotation. Breathe. Two more breaths here. And relax. Nice work. Okay, our hip combo, our hip sequence we usually go through, coming up in the tabletop to start with. If you've been doing it, you probably know what we're going to do. We're going to go into lizard first. Left foot outside, left hand. You can slide that right foot back. Let that left knee just drop out to the side, trying to get your hips towards the ground. You may stay nice and tall if you want. If you want to, drop it down. It will be a little bit more intense of a stretch. You can stay here if that's enough. If you want, we can add some rotation. You're going to take the left hand out, pop on the knee, come into rotation. Make sure you keep the hips driving forward. If you ever need to, come out of the position. have a rest, and then go into it again. We're here for a while. Just using that left hand to just to gently rotate. You won't get a huge rotation here. Now, if you want to, you can try and bring that back leg into it. You may go straight from here. If you need to, you might need to sit back into it. Try and get that foot, bring it towards your hip or your bum, and then come back forward into it. Now, the couple of options here. This is where you may want a stretch band or a theraband. You can wrap it around the front of the foot. You can lift it up over, and you can use it to pull forward. Okay. Another option is you can pop that foot up on a chair, which I'll get to show you. Or you can use a step, just anything to elevate that back foot. So you may just want a step or something like this. Okay. I don't remember which side I was on now. You may want to pop that back foot up there and then come back into it. Okay. So use whatever resource you have. Okay. Let's do another 15 seconds. Whatever you're at. You may want to change. You may want to take it back to where you started. You may want to come down now. You'd be surprised how much further you'll be able to go. Nice work. Let's just come out of that. We're going to change sides. We are going to do pigeon and that later, but let's change sides first. So we're going to go into our right foot, outside right hand, let that knee drop and open up, slide your left back. Try and relax into it. You can go into the rotation if you want. Right hand outside that knee. Rotate. You keep driving the hip forward. That might be enough. You might want to come back to where you were, or even drop it down. Now it's released a little bit. Or if you want to, add that back foot in. Use a lounge, chair, whatever you want, theraband, stretch band. Try and keep that rotation if you are doing it. Keep driving the hip forward. Keep breathing. This is really intense. There's a lot of area stretching here. One more thing you can do for those that have their hand on their foot or using a band, you can gently push into your hand, relax, and come further. So that just activates the muscle. Then you release, relaxes, and you take it further. Just a bit of a Pnf stretch. Nice work. We've still got 15 seconds. Go to where you want. Nice work. Come back to tabletop. If you need to, sit and have a rest. If you're right to keep going, we're going to go into our pigeon, staying tall for a start. Taking your left knee to left wrist, trying to get your left foot as high as you can. Okay, staying tall, slide that back foot back. Good. Trying to sit tall in it for a start. For those advanced from here, you can even add that back foot in if you want. Staying tall. And then we're going to take it into sleeping. So we're laying down. If you want, you can hold that back foot, or you can just release it, whatever you want. Making sure our hips are square. So we want to make sure our right hip is working towards the ground. Breathe through this position. Another deep, intense stretch. It will release. Ten more seconds. Slowly come out of it. Back to tabletop position. Change sides. Doing well. Right knee. Right wrist. Try to get your right foot up to your right hand. Use your left hand if you have to hold it. Slide it back. Staying nice and tall to start with. Again, it's up to you if you want to add that left back foot in. You may get more of a stretch without it. From here, we take it to sleeping. You can keep it. If you've got the back foot, you may want to keep it bent. You may want to lengthen it. You may do both. Play around with it. And more seconds. Try and reach a bit further. Nice work. Coming out of it. Okay, sitting up. This is our adductor or QL stretch that we had added in the last week. So we're going to start with our legs nice and wide. Okay. Try and keep our toes out or up. Okay, we don't want to be collapsing in. Reaching forward. Chin to chest. Keep breathing. From here, we're just going to walk our hands to the left-hand side. if you can, take the right arm up, over, looking under the right armpit. Just take that rotation away. Try and get now the chest towards that left knee. Both hands on top of each other. Now we're just going to walk back to the middle, over to the right hand side. Left arm up and over. Try and rotate and look under the armpit. Look to the ceiling. Bring that arm back, rotate the body. Now, chin to chest still, coming down to the right knee. Hands back to the middle. Go forward a little bit further now. And releasing it. Now, log stretch. Done this a few times. Right leg under, shin nice and parallel with the mat. Left leg comes up and over. Try and stack the shin bones. From this position, try and square the hips, both sit bones on the ground before you do anything else. If you can, then you're going to come forward. Keep breathing as it releases. Go that little bit further. Keep the tension. Ten more seconds. Slowly come out of it when you can. You may want to shake your hips and your legs out if you want to. If you're ready, you're just going to go into the other side. Left leg under. And the right foot on top. Stack the shin bones. Square the hips. Sit in it. Let it release. Good. 15 more seconds. Breathing. Nice work. Coming out of it. Last one. Deep one to finish. Frog. Okay, you may want to roll your mat. Tabletop position. Slide the knees out. Rotate the feet out. Just sit back in it. Staying here, not for long. You have 15 seconds. If it releases in that time, slide a little bit further. Just one long hold this time. Let's go for 5 more seconds. Try and get it a little bit further if it'll allow you. And coming out, nice work. Beautiful. Nice work, guys. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser. Continue doing that. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your long weekend. Try and do some recordings over the weekend or your home-based program. And we'll see you either Monday. Actually, it won't be Monday. It's a public holiday. So the coffee catch-up won't be on. So Tuesday, 9 o'clock for our functional fitness class. And we might even be lucky enough to get our famous supermodel, fitness model, both Valerie. So we'll see you then.